And to ask a question, how do you feel, Vlad? Like, God forbid something happened to me, please, Lord. But how do you feel when you just did the interview with that person and wake up and you see your riders posted something that somebody passed? Like, that has to have mentally, that has to have an effect on you.
Well, I mean, if you go back and listen to a lot of these interviews, I really try to influence the person I interview, especially when I see that there's sort of a wild streak or a violent streak or whatever else. Because, Slim 400, I interviewed him right after he got shot.
Okay.
Drakeo the Ruler, I interviewed him right after he got out of prison, after he pleaded to a murder charge, like a manslaughter charge, whatever, that they ended up, essentially giving him time served for. And it's like, the interviews are like, hey man, listen, why don't you just move away? This isn't worth it out here. You may not be uber rich, but you could set up shop in a place where all these old beefs, these old enemies, people who hated you since junior high and so forth, like, they're not even around. Like, you're in a totally different place. Like, if Drakeo had moved to Atlanta or New York, he wouldn't have gotten killed in the way he did, but he was actually performing in LA, and he put out a song called Ingleweird, which he kind of dissed the whole city of Inglewood.
Whoa, did he really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he was one of these kind of beef type rappers. And, I remember I had this long conversation with his manager, who's also named TK Barron.
Okay.
Is his name, who brought me to, who brought him, to do the interview and everything. And we were just talking about this whole thing. And he was like, he had pointed out that this is the first time ever that a hip hop artist was killed backstage at his own show.
Wow.
It's never happened. And I think you could really almost say this probably is the first time of any artist who got killed backstage at their own show. I don't know of any genre.
That.
Yeah, like, it's kind of crazy when you think about it. Listen, people get killed leaving the show, people get killed going to the show, people get killed, like in their own neighborhoods, whatever. In the studio, you hear of shootings. But never backstage at a show that an artist is set to perform at does something break out and the person ends up getting stabbed to death, which is basically what happened to Drakeo. He got stabbed in the neck. You just don't hear this. And it really just makes you think, like, damn, like, it's like almost there's no safe places in this genre. Like, if you choose to do hip hop, like, listen, when I came to your show, I had armed security with me.
Right.
I'm not fucking around. I don't know who's in that audience.
That's right.
I don't know if there's someone who hates me or likes TK Kirkland on Vlad TV but hates Vlad. Like, so I'm like, me and my armed security sat there and laughed and enjoyed the show, and
they
went
blended
back to
in good because you couldn't tell.
That's right.
I love that.
That's right. That's right.